So pain and pleasure. People make decisions based on whether they can reduce the amount of pain that they're in or increase the amount of pleasure that they can experience in the future. This is such an important relationship that we need to understand it, and we need to understand it how it applies to you specifically. There's always going to be a pain associated with a pleasure that you are going to create. So the question to ask yourself is the pain that you are creating worth the pleasure that you're going to be experiencing in the future or currently? If not, what is something that we can do about that, and what should we do instead? So important for you to weigh out, which is more important for you, okay? And, just doing so forces you to dig deeper into your why and to really ask yourself, what is it that you really want? What is it that you're willing to sacrifice and to give up to achieve the goal that you are after, and to achieve that pleasure which may not be available to you at this point in time. So the ability to delay gratification is so important because when it comes to your weight loss goals, when it comes to just losing fat in general, right, it is not instant. It's not going to be a miracle. It's not going to happen overnight, right? And when it comes to even building muscle, right, it is a slow process. So the sooner we get that in our brain, and the sooner we realize that it's going to take hard work, we're going to need to commit to the process and follow through, the sooner we accept that and sooner that becomes reality for us, the faster we can get into our goals with the right mindset and the right frame of mind. So a couple of ways to think about this, right? Is the pain of meal prepping or the pain of training even worth the pleasure of looking yourself in the mirror in a couple of months and actually liking what you see? Or is the pleasure that you're experiencing now, having that bag of chips and that ice cream every night, worth the pain that you see in the mirror, right? And not liking what you see. So really need to identify for yourself what are your push factors and what are your pull factors, because that's gonna just color your opinion and color your perspective, and make sure that when you are making decisions that you are super clear what your why is and why it's important to you and what you're willing to sacrifice and give up to get to that goal. The other thing to add, right, is to reframe the way you look at things. Say you're plating something on your plate, right, and you want to think about it in terms of oh crap, I'm trying to cut out this, I'm trying to remove this. But rather, can you think of it this way? I'm trying to include more nutritious foods into my diet rather than I'm trying to restrict myself and restrain myself from eating these things. You're trying to fill it in with more things. So you're trying to give yourself more things than you are trying to remove. It works the same way for training, right? You're not trying to approach training from the lens that I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to lose fat, I'm trying to drop all these things. But instead, what you're trying to do is you're trying to gain strength. You're trying to gain confidence. You're trying to gain momentum. You're trying to gain, just putting yourself and following through with your decisions and following through with, your commitment to yourself and your body.